Hello, it's Jason here. We are currently in spring of 2023 and I've got a couple of new modules I'm quite excited to announce. I say new modules, we've actually had these production ready for a couple of years now, but the chip shortage really put a hold on things. But we're ready now. So first up, we've got this guy, which is the àradh, which some people might already be familiar with the interface layout, which we've used on the t-shirts and on passive malt, stuff like that for the last couple of years. So the àradh is a 6 HP low pass filter module with a good few tricks up its sleeve. So a bit of history. The first filter I designed as Instruō was this guy, the Tri, which it's been discontinued for a number of years now, but it's the àradh is very much the spiritual successor of the Tri, so it's using the same fundamental transistor ladder circuitry, which is quite a historically significant circuit, a really good sounding filter design, which has been used through the ages on various synths. But I sort of added a few quirks into the mix with this one. So there are kind of three roles that I designed the àradh to sort of fit within. So the first being that classic East Coast low-pass filter subtractive synthesis context. The second context, this is essentially me adding a low-pass gate to the Instruō ecosystem for the first time. So it's I designed it very much to bridge the gap so that you can use it more traditional East Coast low-pass filter VCA, but likewise you can get it really percussive, really quick. So using a built-in decay envelope and it's a built-in VCA, so you've got filtering and amplitude control in tandem. So the third setting's a bit more quirky. So there's a built-in envelope follower. There's a jack here that's an envelope follower and gate output. So this is derived from the throughput signal, so it's either coming pre or post filter, depending on how you configure it. And I've designed this with dynamics management in mind, so you can kind of configure the module to behave as a compressor or noise gate or an expander. So the envelope following, it's quite heavily curated, so I've designed it to fit the same sort of timing responses from various compressors and devices that I've used in music production for years. So it's a pretty fun one, a bit of a new take, I think. So excited to get that one out. The full overview video goes into a lot of depth on the various patch examples and features of the module. So it will be dropping about the same time as this video. So next up, I would like to formally introduce the tágh, which I think a bit of clarifications may be needed, because some of you might be familiar with this guy, which is a limited edition module run that I did a couple of years ago now. So this one was never actually intended to be produced, or formally produced as production. So that's why it ended up being a limited edition run during lockdown times when parts were a bit more scarce, so I was able to actually produce a limited run of these. But the module itself, this is how it was designed. So I kind of designed it based around some of the graphics from Legend of Zelda game, which I didn't think I should be selling Nintendo IP on a module. So I borrowed the name tágh for this limited release, because the tágh was always the intention was always to be this module, essentially, which it's ultimately an amalgamation of various algorithms or random voltage generation and curation that I've used in my patching for years. So there's some algorithms that started off as max MSP patches back when I was in college. So it's been a long time coming, like sort of getting this condensed down to an actual final hardware form. So in brief, it's 4 HP. At the top here we have an analog sample and hold, analog white noise source. There is an adaptive tap tempo algorithm that's built in, so it's got a button for tap tempo, external clock input, and there's also a probability-based, it's probabilistic musical subdivision derivation. So yeah, quite a flexible device that's able to, you can send it a clock, it'll follow a clock, it'll align in phase and tempo, and also give you the option of pulling random subdivisions per beat. Yeah, it's a pretty fun one. The last main aspect is a combination of 6 different random voltage generating algorithms. So these are a range from random step derivation, just random signal generation. A lot of them are LFO based, but yeah, each one's got quite a lot of depth to it, a lot of quirks. Yeah, at this stage, I'm not patching with fewer than 3 of these in my racks at any time. Like just using some as clocks or parallel clocks, some sample and hold that I can just disperse throughout the patch. Yeah, a really fun module that I've been keen to get in production for a while now. Yeah, I have one more little announcement. So for anyone that's made it along to Superbooth in the past or has like followed us on social media, you may be familiar with some of these big blank panels spacers. So I've got I'd like to actually formally announce that these are in stores now, available to purchase. So it's a range of blank panel spacers. Kept it to a limited width, so we're starting with 1 HP, 2 HP, 4 HP, 6, 8, 10 and 12 HP, and they're a combination of one side is just the classic hourglass look, and the other side has got so this one here's the TSL graphic. This guy here's that's actually the tri-filter. So yeah, if anyone's seen us at Superbooth, like you'll see some of the systems we have, all the modules sort of spread out a bit with these big blank panels in between. So they're using graphics that are featured in all the quick start guides and the user manuals for the various modules. So there's one more panel that I'm going to be adding as a limited run. This one's a bit special. So this one is 14 HP. On this side you can see it's the logic and rhythmic breakdown of the AS module. On the other side we have a picture of Winston wearing his winter jammies. So for anyone that follows me on Instagram or follows the Instruō socials, you're probably familiar with Winston, who's my greyhound, who's currently sleeping behind me here. Yeah, he's been with me through most of the time I've been doing Instruō, so he's going to be turning 7 in a few weeks. But yeah, this panel is going to be going out. It's going to be at a slightly higher price than the other more standard ones, but that's because there's going to be a donation of £7.50 for each panel sold. That's going to be going straight to the Greyhound Rescue Charity. That's where I adopted Winston from. So GAL specialise in rescuing racing greyhounds and rehabilitating them for retired life. Like when we got Winston, we had to train him how to use stairs because he never used stairs before. Yeah, they make really amazing pets, and yeah, they're just like big cats. I'll put some footage in of what he's doing right now. He just sleeps all day. But yeah, it's if you're interested in having a picture of this guy in your rack, the money is all going to be going to a very, very good cause. So yeah, that's it. So yeah, please check out the full overview videos of the tágh and the àradh. They go into much more detail than I've gone in here. And if you're going to be at Superbooth this year, then please come by the booth and say hi. And if anyone that is going to be at Superbooth, if you happen to have any of these guys, the various trading cards that go out at random with each of the Instruō modules, bring them with you, because we're planning something that's going to be incorporating them. So there'll be more information on that to follow. But yeah, hope to see you there. Cheers.